Hey everyone, Petition YT here, and the background gameplay is a nuclear on raid. I actually got this gameplay yesterday, and the gun I'm using is the MSMC is on my, actual custom class, but about halfway, not even halfway, a little earlier on in the game, I pick up an FAL, and I just start destroying people. So after this game, I was like, okay, let me put the FAL on, see how I can do with it. And the next game after this, I got a nuclear, but it actually could have been a lot better of a gameplay. Honestly, it should have been a triple nuclear. I pulled like 90 plus kills in the game, and I remember dying on a 27 streak. I got the nuclear, and then I died on a 25 streak. But, at least I got one nuclear for you guys, so that will probably be my next upload. And this video is basically me just sort of trying to give you guys some tips on how to get nuclears, because I know people might want them for gameplays on their channel, people might want them for just the title in general, but nuclears aren't really all too hard to get. Now I'm going to get out some tips. These are tips that I use myself. So number one is getting a 30 gun streak, which is what a nuclear is, requires a lot of ammo, and you're going to be running out of ammo if you do not have scavenger. So scavenger is definitely a must-have unless you feel comfortable with picking up random guns from other people in the lobby, which that doesn't always work out too well, because sometimes people just have the weirdest guns you'll ever see in your life, like an LMG with a variable zoom. Like, no one wants to use that. So I would honestly suggest scavenger, and this also helps out with something else. C4s. I use C4s a lot, and C4s are such a good equipment, especially in getting nuclears, because when you have your VSAT up, you can just pre-fire people with the C4. So scavenger replenishes your C4s, and it also replenishes your ammo, which is very, very good, and that is something you need to get a 30 gun streak. Now, another thing is you want to use a gun that you're comfortable with, obviously. I would suggest an SMG, but it's your personal preference. If you're good with, let's say, the M27, use that, get your nuclear with it. But I do think SMGs are better, so that's what I would suggest. And another tip, this one is actually probably the most helpful tip. You don't want to go in the middle of the map unless you have a VSAT. You never, ever, ever want it to be in the middle of the map without a VSAT, because a VSAT basically tells you where everybody is and their direction. And so if you're in the middle of the map without a VSAT, people can shoot you from so many different sides. For example, on raid, if you're in the middle of the map, you can literally get shot from 4 different places, and that is not what you want. You want to stick to the outside of the map as much as you possibly can. And unless you have your VSAT, and let's say you're rushing for kills, the game's about to end, I'd say go in the middle, and if you're confident in your gun skill, then yeah, you can pick some people off in mid, but honestly, stick to the outside of the map. And my last tip is try to avoid as many fair gunfights as possible. You want to get on your head glitches. You want to do everything in your power to increase your odds of winning a gunfight. You don't want to go into a fair fight in Call of Duty. That's never something you want to do. So just do everything in your power to make sure that you have an advantage over the person that you are trying to kill. And if you use all these tips, it'll definitely increase your chances of getting a nuclear. You might even get a nuclear, so this video is actually wrapping up. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like. If you didn't enjoy the video, leave a dislike, and please tell me why. And that's all, so I will see you in the next video, and bye.